Sabah everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to share with you guys my review of the Nest Hello connected video doorbell. And I say connected because this is actually intended to replace your existing doorbell and give you access to be able to watch your front door, do a whole bunch of things, control it with your Google Home, broadcast it to your TV with Chromecast, a lot of things that your normal doorbell can't do. But not only that, some of the other connected doorbells can't do. This is TK. I want to say thank you very much to Verizon for allowing me to check out the Nest doorbell, but let's not waste any time. Let me share with you guys why I like this doorbell so much. Here's the box, Nest Hello video doorbell. Again, this is a wired version. This is intended to replace an existing doorbell that you have that's connected or that's wired. This will not work wirelessly as it does need power to be able to stay working. As far as the content of the box, we get the Nest Hello. This is the actual doorbell itself. We have a wall plate for us to mount this that has two opening screws for it. We get the two screws with the two wall anchors if you need them, as well as a chime connector that you'll be using to connect directly to your doorbell. The last thing we have here is a wedge. This will allow us to not only anchor it, but also position it slightly off-centered in case the viewing angle of the actual camera is not ideal. The next thing we have is a SIM removal tool that enables us to remove the Nest Hello directly from the wall plate, and extension kit wires in case the wires that you have currently on the actual doorbell are too short. Last but not least, we do have a masonry drill bit in case your doorbell is actually installed on bricks. So this will allow you to be able to use that. As far as the process of installation, it took me about 10 minutes, roughly 15 minutes overall, between turning off the power, installing the chime connector, as well as replacing my existing Ring doorbell with the new Nest Hello. Now for me, I'm not a stranger to having a video doorbell, so the installation was very simple. I removed the old hardware, installed the new hardware, connected the wires, as there's pretty much a video for every single step of the thing that you need to do. And once you connected it, just go back, turn on the power, and you're pretty much set. And you can turn on the application on your device, your normal Nest app, and again, go through the step-by-step process to be able to set up your new Ring doorbell and connect it to the Wi-Fi. Now, using the Nest application is pretty much the same. If you're used to it by using the actual thermostat, this is going to be the same thing. The only thing is now you have your camera right above it. So this is my front camera. This is a live view of the front camera. And the main thing is when you click it, it'll take you directly into the live view. So at this one, I'm just going to change the scrubbing here so that we don't have a feedback. But you can go through either from a timeline point of reference or by incident. And the main benefit, of course, is when you have the timeline and incident, you're able to basically go in there and then look at that. We do have the ability of going into the settings tab, turning on the camera, the indoor chime on and off, as well as the home away scheduling, of course, for on and off notifications. And notifications by default are push notifications. You can turn on email if you'd like. You can also turn on the notification for people, as in the announcement of when people are coming in, and all other times. I did a separate video last week showcasing the announcement and the integration with Google Home and Chromecast. I'll make sure to give you guys a link in the description, as well as a card right here. Familiar faces is where you'll be able to program it to allow it to know what are the familiar faces. It did recognize me, although it recognized my son 2 different times depending on the angle, and then it also recognized the cup. I'm not sure why, but I decided to give it a name in case that cup ever comes back home. Visitor announcement, as well as the fact that we have Nest Aware, and this is the service or the subscription that you have. You're able to extend the benefits of using this service by getting more storage, longer storage, more than the 3 hours, as far as, of course, close-up activity zones, as well as share your clips. And you can basically change the thing. You can set up the options here. Again, very nice service. It is a subscription-based service, so you do need to set that up in case you want to use it. But other than that, you do have a base level of service that you can use without having to pay. As far as quality and bandwidth, you can set it up. Right now I have it at medium. I can definitely go up to high, but as long as your network can support it, you can do that. Night vision, of course, by default, I turn that on. That's the turning it on by default at night. Camera sharing, if you want to share it with other people outside of your family, outside of your home. Status light on, that stays on the ring around the actual button. Chime duration, microphone, spoken language, Wi-Fi connection. So this will be if you want to change it, unless your connection is not strong enough, but you do have like another network. For me, I switched over from my 2.5 gigahertz to 2.4 gigahertz over to my 5 gigahertz to get a better signal. Last but not least, we have the where. It tells me that we can tell it's the front location as far as technical info. Deleting it and removing the camera will be under here. So everything is controlled under the actual unit itself, and you don't have to worry about it. Quiet time, disabled notification. New clip is the way you'd be able to basically save things. Now this also does have integration with Google Photos, so I'll show you guys in a second. So in this example, I came in and I was actually doing a video this morning. So here I can go into new clip. It'll download it directly from the actual server, which is the server for the Nest Hello, not your Google Photos setup. And I'll show you guys what happens at the end. Now, by default, it downloaded. It tells me it's 2 minutes and 24 seconds. I can save it to photos, share the link, or cancel. I'm going to go ahead and say cancel at this time, but I can do the same thing with all the other occasions, all the other motion sensing here. And what we can do at this point is just share it. Or I can hit go live, and it should take me straight to the live view. You can extend this and actually pan and zoom between the two. Last but not least, this is the People's tab that we were showing before, and the timing, you can jump back in time. Very nice, very functional. I want to share with you guys a quick video sample from the front face, from the actual camera itself at the front door. Okay, so here you go. This is the clip that I started at the beginning of the day, and let's go ahead.
So here I'm talking to you guys at the front door. I rang the doorbell for it to start recording, but we should be able to initiate a small clip from this. The video quality is pretty good. I'm actually able to see myself here. Obviously, I'm using this to monitor. But the main benefit of this is that not only are you able to view in front of you, but you can actually pan and change the view set angle. And the plate itself, if let's say I'm not happy with this setup, I can actually use that additional plate that they include in the box to angle the camera slightly left to have more view of the porch, and definitely much better pickup so that if somebody leaves a package or something like that, I can see it directly and not miss a beat.
So the main benefit of this is because you have an extended amount of recording, I like the fact that let's say you do miss an event, you can go back to the timeline and you can actually scrub through it. You'll see right there, I'm actually undoing how the sunrise is going, and I can go through every single thing. If something was missed, you'll notice right there, see there's a white car that just came in and parked in front of my house, and that's exactly something that my camera did not capture as an event, but I wanted to see it. I can actually go back here, click on the image, zoom in, and we can see right there that this was a pickup truck. It looked kind of like a gardener that just parked in front of our house at some point during the day, but again, it did not log it as an event, and I can scroll all the way back down to time now. The Nest Hello brings different things to the table. It brings the core functionality of other doorbells, but it also takes it to the next level. I think the integration with your Google Home, the integration to be able to use it with Chromecast is very functional. The ability to do scrubbing through your timeline as opposed to just having events, and you have both, is very functional. You can actually scroll through and see different things at different times, as it actually has a lot longer recording time than your normal, let's say, Ring doorbell. So Ring does charge you a yearly subscription to be able to hold only the incidents, not the live action. Where this one with the Nest Aware, even though it's a little bit more, you're getting a lot more storage, more information, and more content. So let's say you're going through a thing, you say somebody's passed by and let's say the system didn't catch it. You can still scrub through it and find that incident and then export that. So very functional, and I feel like it works more like a DVR than the way a Ring does it. So if you're looking for a doorbell, you don't have an existing smart doorbell or maybe a first generation Ring doorbell, I think the Nest Hello will definitely offer you more. It integrates well with your, as I mentioned to you guys, with your Nest if you have a Nest system. And of course, if you have other Nest cams, this is going to be a no-brainer. I think you should just stay within the same ecosystem. So overall, I want to say thank you very much to Verizon for allowing me to check this out. I'm definitely going to be upgrading to the Nest Hello from my Ring doorbell, as I found the limitation of what Ring is offering me right now is very limited. I like the fact that I'm actually able to just turn on my front door camera, turn it on to my TV here in the office, without having to touch anything, just by asking Google. So that's very functional. Now, keep in mind, Ring does offer something similar to that with your Echo Show, but you have to be very much well invested into the Amazon ecosystem to be able to do that. But otherwise, here, if you just already have a Chromecast, which most of us do, this is very simple to cast to it. So like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.